Hello there. Well, it's been a while since we've done a video. I'm going to do an almost non-Mega Breadvan video. So before we go and have a look at what I'm going to show you and what we're going to talk about, here's my classroom. There we go. So the last video I did was at the beginning of September, and here in France that's known as la rentrée, which means that well, it's back to school, back to work. It's a big thing here, probably bigger than it is in the UK. So basically the last month has been a big testing ground for me, because I've been trying to continue with English lessons and keeping with the COVID safe security measures of hand gel and plastic visors and things. So it's been an interesting month, so I've been quite busy really. So poor Mega Breadvan hasn't really done an awful lot, unfortunately. Added to which I've got back problems, but I need to go on with things really. So hopefully in the next couple of days I'll be able to look at it. We've had a lot of rain lately, which is very strange, because we've had a very hot summer here in the Aixam, to the south of Paris, and I haven't mowed the lawn since we came back from holiday in August, and you can see it's all very dry. So excuse any shouting in the background. There's somebody in the street decided to have a shouting match for some reason. I think it's because at the moment go to the end of our drive there, I don't know if you can see, but across the road there's a fence, or a sort of grill fence with stuff on it. That used to be sort of an allotment, and it's been sort of sold off, and there's going to be a house or a building built on it, because next to it you've got a barn. I think they're turning the barn into a house and building an extension onto it or something. So getting a little bit of noise from across the road. Anyway, nice quiet Wednesday today. Wednesday in France means no children, or partially no children, because what am I talking about? Not no children. There are children, but normally they haven't got school. And in my daughter's case, she hasn't got school all day. And in my son's case, normally he's home at lunchtime, so he's got school in the morning. But because of the COVID, nice wheelie bin, because of the COVID, he's celebrating his birthday finally today with his friends, and it means my wife has taken the day off, so it's like a holiday today. And his birthday was back in May, and we were in sort of almost full lockdown, so he wasn't able to invite his friends around. So the video is going to be about this little open space here. About 13-14 years ago this house was built. It's our next door neighbours. Before we had a hedge, a big laurel hedge all the way along here. And so anyway, this house was built, and when they did the foundations they left a nice pile of earth all the way down here. I apologise for the flickering picture, but because it's my son's birthday, my wife's borrowed my normal camera, or rather my camera, because this is my phone, and so the image isn't probably as good. But anyway, we'll put up with the flickering as long as it lasts. Hopefully my phone won't die. So yeah, they put the foundations in this bit here, the house, and left earth everywhere. So I had to level all this off at the time, and we had a wall built there, that one, and this one here, and eventually we built a gate and another all this side. So all that was built by us, simply because the people who built the house, not the people who live there at the moment, the people who built the house originally, refused to put a fence up, and we both had dogs, so it wasn't really a good thing. Anyway, I digress. I'm talking about this space because I'm thinking about sort of basically turning this into a parking area for Mega Breadvan, and I'm just wondering if it's going to fit, if it's going to be viable. But looking on another channel, Jamie Van has built a lean-to next to his house for his vans, and I'll put his channel link in my my video description. But he's built a lean-to, and obviously I can't do that because this is somebody else's house, and I can't sort of start putting batons on the side of their house. So it'll have to be freestanding if I do a sort of lean-to type thing, or a roof of some sort. But then we've got this lovely garage roof here. It's covered in moss. It's in a bit of a state actually because we've got no guttering, and the underneath is sort of, I don't know if we can see that, it's a bit dark on my screen. You can see it's chipboard all the way down. It's all completely warped. So the idea is that this could be a space to park Mega Breadvan, so I can work on it in the dry, hopefully, if we do something about putting some sort of roof or freestanding structure here. But there's a couple of obstacles really. It looks like it might be big enough, but we've got a few tree stumps, because previously we had some very big trees here, and we had to get rid of them for safety reasons, especially after they built the house next door. So we've got a stump there, got another one there, and another one there next to the plastic bin. And the hedge is sort of sticking out quite a bit. So what I was thinking is to cut this hedge back a little bit more and put in a fence panel of some sort, preferably a grill fence panel with some screening on, you know, sort of like canis, as we call it in French, and what you call it in English, sort of reeds or even black screening material, so that it creates an angle. If I can get further back so you can see, so I could have the fence sort of, or rather a post of some sort holding the fence roughly around here, and it's sort of like tapering back towards the wall, which is ours, just here, so making a diagonal, you know, so that I can reverse in with the van. I think it could be possible, but we'll have to try, you know, to see if it'll fit the gap. But that's the idea generally. So it's a nice bit of space at the moment, or previously, because this year we've not done any planting, but previously we'd used it as a sort of vegetable patch, sort of that old bed thing there, which is sort of a improvised raised bed for growing stuff. And beyond that, we used a bit of earth to grow runner beans and things, but we haven't done it for a year or so, and it was a bit, I know it wasn't really a good idea in the end. So the idea will be to clear all of this space, because it's quite a big space really, quite useful, and add you know, sort of a place for me to work really. The other problem we've got at the moment, which isn't really helping with the renovation of Mega Breadvan, and that's the fact that we've got an electric garage door. We put it in, well, I did put in a couple of years back, it's 2 or 3 years ago, and it wasn't really very well put together. Even if it was one of the biggest sort of window door, garage door suppliers in France, I'm not going to say who they are, but they're the biggest well-known name here, and they made a right mess of it, and so it's the second time now the door's failed, and first time it was completely blocked, and we couldn't open it. Second time, after it had been repaired by a third party, not by this company that installed it, but by somebody else who charged too much money to do it, because we don't know what the price of these things are. But anyway, the problem we have now is that you can open it partially. Well, open it partially, you can get that gap there. So obviously getting to tools and things is a pain, because I'll just show you very quickly. The access is via the space that I've just been talking about, and I'm not going to show you exactly where it is because for obvious reasons, but that's a woodshed there, and then round the corner there's an archway into the back garden, and through there you can access the garage through a locked door. So you can imagine if you need to get something from the garage, or if you've forgotten to get something from the garage, it's a bit of a pain because you've got to walk all the way around. So yeah, I think we'll leave the video there for now. I'll probably do some footage later on of trying to see if the van will fit. So camerawoman Emma is going to help. So Emma the camera girl is going to film me going backwards.
Stop! Stop! Yeah. Stop!
So it looks like we'll have to get rid of this because it's going to be a bit tight. That's taking up a good, I don't know, 80 centimetres, probably more for space. And the other problem is that the neutral isn't working properly again, so it's stuck in drive at the moment. So we'll see how we go. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye. Same problem again. Coming back.